All right, finally, as promised, yep, Clutch Trucker meets with OOIDA, and also some more stuff I've done to try to make this truck a little more livable on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker is filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. All right, sorry it's taken me so long to get to this, but I have literally just been running my butt off. And when we got to meet with Marty at OOIDA at the new Quick Star there in South Beloit, Illinois. Yeah, well, you know, that was almost 2 weeks ago, but I had to go all the way down to South Carolina, back to Wyoming, and we've gone back and forth, and I just haven't had time. But it's finally time, so we're going to do that, and we're also going to show you other stuff I've done to the truck. We're kind of mixing that all together here. So first, let's go back in time to Monday a couple of weeks, or almost 2 weeks ago, and meet with Marty at OOIDA. Okay, so here's the OOIDA truck and trailer, and they got a new Western Star. I kind of like these newer Western Stars, I kind of don't, because most of it looks like a Cascadia. They just have a Western Star hood and bumper, but they just kind of made the rest of it look like a Cascadia. But, you know, it's got the side mirrors that I do kind of like, and a little more chrome on it and stuff. Let's go see what they're up to. I'm defending the rights of American truckers, OOIDA. So this is their whole thing. They've got a video thing on the outside. It says, "Come in. It's a good day to join." I actually am a member, but my membership's up for renewal. So let's go see what they're up to. Okay, as you can see behind me, we're inside the OOIDA trailer. Very nice. And of course we have, okay, Marty is our OOIDA rep here.
How you doing, Clutch?
I'm doing good, and he said he had seen my videos, so he knew who I was when I came in.
Yeah, every once in a while I would put a comment on, and it's all good. And I love watching Rusty. So, and then of course you're with your new truck.
Right.
It's kind of cool seeing what you're being able to turn that into to make it livable.
We're dealing with it. Yeah, I still miss my Coronado, but we're making this one work. Just put the inverter in the other day, so that helped out a lot. So.
Oh, good.
So anyway, yeah, I am an OOIDA member, and I know mine's up for renewal.
Okay.
And so my wife was just asking me, I said, hey, the OOIDA guys are here. And I said, so let me go over and talk to them and hear the spiel. So let's for anybody that might be wondering what you're all about, I know the basics of it, but you know, let's give you a chance to kind of talk it up here.
Sure. OOIDA is an advocacy group. That's how it started back in '73. And we go to Washington, D.C. and the state houses and represent our members to try to affect change in rules, regulations, and laws. And then, of course, we also have ways of helping drivers if they want to get their own authority, help if you're a member, if you want to lease onto a company. You can send in your lease agreement before you sign it, yeah. And you know, and we'll take a look at it and tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly on it.
Right.
And so we do have insurances and that, but our main focus is to be an advocate for just the average Joe truck driver, whether it's an owner-operator or a company driver.
I know I called up with a couple of questions. I said, okay, I'm in New York State and I'm looking at a run that picks up and delivers in New York State, but I hear I need this other kind of permit to do that. Right. And can you guys fill me in on that? And I got straightforward, you know, real answers from somebody on the phone at OOIDA, so that was great.
Yeah, that's to me, that's one of the big things is just having us as a resource. And so many times, even as a company driver, the company's telling you one thing, law enforcement's telling you another. You just want the real answer, right. And that's what our guys will do.
And I know Elliot, who's my partner, and he's the one who's got the authority, L on Wheels, just the two of us still right now. We use OOIDA like for, I think, the drug testing, yep. And lots of other things that when you're just a little small kind of thing out there, it's a way to kind of feel like you can kind of compete with the big boys.
Absolutely, yeah. We have the drug consortium, and we can help with keeping your records straight. You know how being a small business owner, you don't always know everything and some of the changes, and that's what our guys are really good at, keeping up to date on all that.
Great. Well, I know that's kind of just a brief overview, but thought we'd take a chance to let you talk about it and come say hi.
Hey, I appreciate you coming in.
All right, thanks a lot, Marty.
Thank you.
All right, he was a real nice guy. That was cool talking with him. I just showed you a little bit of his conversation. Then he and I sit there and shoot the shit for quite a while there. And yeah, look, see, got a 50-year OOIDA hat on. There you go. And they gave me some really cool OOIDA truck stickers. Real impressive stickers that I'm going to put on each door on the side. So that looks really cool. So really cool talking with the guy. And if you have ever been considering joining the OOIDA, if you're a trucker, company driver, or owner-operator, like I say, it's worth it. The resources, the questions they can answer for you, and so many other things. I'd like to add some things to what I said, a Monday ago, a week ago, right after I got to meet with them, is also the main thing I really like about OOIDA is they are really for the truck drivers and for the independent owner-operators. That's why that's in their name. What always just chaps my butt is whenever you hear news reports on TV or online or whatever, that the American Trucking Association is saying there's a driver shortage, blah, blah, blah. You know who the American Trucking Association is? That's CR England, Swift, CRST, Knight. It's all the big companies. That's what that is. They don't represent us, the drivers. They represent the big fat cat companies. OOIDA represents the drivers, us. That's why OOIDA is always usually on the opposite side of everything the ATA, American Trucking Association, is for. The American Trucking Association wants to let 18-year-olds drive big trucks. Hello! They also push for, making it easier and less training. They're the ones pushing for speed limiters too, by the way, where OOIDA is pretty much the opposite of all that. They want to protect us drivers and make sure we can keep driving out here and making a living and earning money to bring back to our family, which is what I'm always talking about. So that's why, for $40 a year, if you happen to catch them at a truck stop somewhere, I think it's only $35. And like I say, I got even a better deal than that because I think it was CDL Life or something it was on. If you said you saw it on there, you got it for $25. For a year, that's nothing, baby. For what they do for us and all the resources they have available, you can call them up anytime and ask them a question. Hey, I'm thinking I'm getting about my own authority. What do I need to do? Help me in the process, and they'll help you. All right? They can answer just some of the more basic questions you might have. And if you're a member, they're going to help you out. So that's my little extra plug for the OOIDA. And on another note, when I was picking up my brackets for X-Guard brackets for my X-Guard, someone call them moose guards, bull guards, cow catchers, whatever, that I've had on my Coronado for years. I called X-Guard, a week or so ago to see if I could get the mounts for this Cascadia. I was going to try to move that grill guard to this Cascadia. Now, I know it's not the one recommended for the Cascadia because it's a little bit bigger, but hopefully it'll work. So I went ahead and got the mounts and picked those up, and while I was there, I had trouble with the CB mounts, or the CB antennas I put on this Cascadia, and I thought part of the problem might be because the coil's too low, and it's right next to all the metal on the A-pillar. So they had a couple of just cheap fiberglass antennas for $11.92 a piece. So I bought them. I thought, well, let's try that to see if that'll make the CB work. What do you think? And yeah, that was the solution. Because while I'm parked here at the Quick Trip after seeing Mr. OOIDA and all that, I went ahead and put those on. And now the SWR is within, not perfect, but it's within range. So at least I can talk on the CB now, as well as just listen. All right, so you can see right out there. See there? That's just a little 3-foot fiberglass antenna, but most of the coil is up there at the top, leaning away from the cab. Those striker antennas are great antennas, but they really only work on like the Coronado, a classic Peterbilt, what have you. And so if you can see on this side, see there it is, just coming off the mount, going up, and that makes it work just fine. So there's a guy with a Peterbilt, classic Peterbilt, long hood and long nose Peterbilt sitting next to me with the right kind of mirror mounts. And so after I got these installed and I made sure they worked, I went and knocked on his door and said, look, I've got these great striker antennas. I hate to throw them away. They're really good. I mean, I paid 85 bucks a piece for them like 8 years ago, which means they're probably 150 now. So I said, look, if you can use them, great. He said, well, I may not be able to, but there's 5 other guys in my fleet who also have Pete's, and maybe one of them can use them. And I said, hey, I just want them to go to a good home as long as they're getting used, because they're good antennas. All right, showed you how I figured out part of the antenna problem while I was at that truck stop meeting Marty with OOIDA. But then when I got home, finally, I guess that was the Saturday, Sunday, the end of that week, then I was able to do a little extra rigging to those mounts to make them work. All right, so here's the first of the projects I did here at home today. Made this bracket, which was only made for the driver's side for the CB antenna. Made it work here on the passenger side. Took the old grinding tool and ground off that little tab at the top, ground in a little triangle there, and then I was able to use the supplied bolts. Now it's all in place, so that's all good to go. Yeah, and then I did get around to putting on the grill guard from the other truck. The mounts were actually much easier to install in this truck. On the Coronado, they go directly to the frame. It's a big deal. Here they go right through the tow hooks. Let me show you. Another thing we got done is, yeah, look at the Coronado. Grill guard's gone. Where is it? Dun, 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 dun. It's over here on the Cascadia now. Yep. So I got those brackets last week. Picked them up at Freightliner in Madison, technically DeForest. They go into the tow hook holes, and on the inside here you can see there's the comes through. You have this big plate you put on it, and then the nut for that side. This was harder because you have the air dryer and everything else on the way. This side is nice and open, easy access. Again, the bracket just comes through the front through the tow hook thing. You put that little giant washer on there and you bolt her down tight, and there you go. And then of course there's 4 bolts on the actual bracket or guard that go into the bracket here. And so now we have the grill guard on the front of the Cascadia. All right, so there the grill guard is on the front of the Cascadia, all nicely on there, and it does fit. I was afraid the bars being a little different. This is not the one they recommend for the Cascadia. The ones you see on Cascadias, these bars here are usually bent back a little bit, but the straight one works just fine. Doesn't block the headlight, doesn't block the fog light, doesn't even unfortunately block my radar sensor. And now that means I can use my X-Guard license plate bracket, which is right here. We'll slide it back over into place, and then I'll just mount my plate, which is right there right now, right down here on the bracket, on the front of the grill guard. So there you go. And there it is. License plate bracket on the grill guard. So, run. It looks pretty good. It's kind of hard to see at night out here, but we now have the grill guard on the front of the Cascadia. Yep, CT2 is starting to shine through. So, really glad to have the grill guard back on here, because I knew as long as I'm driving this whole plastic truck without any metal in front, that, you know, some clown was going to pull some asshat move in front of me and tear up my newer truck. So I'm glad to have a giant hunk of metal out there. Yes, this is a bigger one than they had suggested, but I made it fit. Headlights still work just as well. I still get that little bar on each side where it's blocked a little bit, just like it was in the Coronado, but that's fine. I want a giant hunk of metal out in front of me, so when some ass wagon pulls a stupid move in front of me, well, it ain't tearing up my truck, it's tearing up their car. What do you think? Okay, got one more thing here. Just put a couple of boards, painted them, cut them to length, put a lip on this front one here, and this is going to act as just kind of a temporary shelf thing up above my bunk, so I can put in my bigger boxes, and we'll go install that right now. Alrighty, so there it is, just held up by a little ledge that's on each side. So now I just put 2 boards up there, painted underneath, and the front lip here, so that we could put my larger boxes back up. And I can put those all the way across there for food and other items and free up a lot of this kind of space over here for other things. That was the whole point of building that. I was thinking originally of building a whole cabinet thing, but I may not do that. I may just, you know, put all my boxes and see how I got chips and things up there. So I'm gonna go get some of my other big boxes from the Coronado and throw them up there. But for now, I think that's gonna work really well. And then, you know, it's nice and high out of my way. Bed still folds down. So I think that's a nice, quick and easy solution. Only cost me about 26 bucks in lumber. I already had some of the paint. So there you go. Okay, so went ahead and got all the rest of my boxes that I used to keep above my seats in the Coronado, because it had a slot for them. Put them up here in the shelf area, and boy does this work well. I'm gonna see if I can find a couple more of these boxes, because they fit perfectly up in here. Look, you just pull them down easily, and then the little lip keeps them from moving while I'm going down the road. So I'll try to get to like 2 more to fill that space where I've got smaller boxes. But boy does that shelf work well, and this was so easy to do. 2 8-inch wide by 8 feet long boards. Then I just cut them down to 83.5 inches. Cut this lip on the front down to 83.5 inches and screwed it up there so that would be on there. Put the one board behind, one in front with a lip. And I put one screw down on each side into this little ledge, and bang, we've tripled our storage here in the truck. And like I say, this is something even you company drivers can do to add so much more storage to your Cascadia. Well, and got my extension speaker set up for my CB right above my head so I can hear it really well. Yeah, now, and as I showed you with those that new shelves I put up, which were so easy, that was a quick thing to do, and the tasty way to do it. It's really been an improvement. And John Hallgren, I spent an hour and a half on the phone with him the other night. We got more plans for what we're going to do for the drawer thing and the area over the toilet. We're going to build kind of a Murphy bed thing. That's all going to be really cool. And I now have come up with another idea to do something else with the shelf back there that I've already put in. Again, that really isn't going to intrude too much. I'm going to probably bolt it in, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I realized a great thing to do on this side is because, you know, these go all the way across. I've got this cabinet here, which it's big, but it's not too useful. I realized if I just built kind of a little table thing in there that would just sit so I don't have to screw it into the sides, I can make 2 shelves in there, extra room. I think I'm going to do that for this one, probably for this cat one. No, I'm going to leave that open for the cereal because they're tall, all right? But I'll probably do it for this cabinet too. So again, I can make shelves so my boxes aren't like falling out like they are right there. I'll show you that when I get to that. And I thought if I just cut this little lip off right about here and then just build a little extra cabinet that goes across to those 2 shelves, just got to build a bottom, a back, and then put across where there's already a bottom here on these shelves. And I'll have an extra cabinet up there for other items as well, and still have all this top storage here for all these boxes which hold all my food. And I love these see-through boxes. You know, really easy to do, and I'll give you the specifics. I don't even have those 2 shelves attached together. I think I may attach them together, but I just did the lip on the front of the one, screwed that in, put the other one up there, and then I just, once I cut them to length, which is 83.5 inches wide across there, in case you need to know, to fit on that ledge, then I just painted them, painted the bottom and the top side that you'd see, and let it dry in the afternoon, and I literally threw them up there. It's that easy. So you as a company driver can even do that. I did put 1 screw on each side down in the ledge that only went down just enough to hold it in place, just so it doesn't slide forward. But, you know, a company truck driver, you can do that. They're not going to squawk about that. So there, if you want to just build some extra storage for those boxes like I just did, even a company driver, you can do it. What do you think? So as you can see, I'm slowly getting this Cascadia a little more to my liking, a little more like how I customized my Coronado CT1. Of course, we're calling this truck CT2, but we're getting there. I mean, so far I've put the the nice big fridge in place, a fridge freezer in place. I took out the passenger seat, put my toilet in there. We've now built the shelf back there. I have put my inverter in so my fridge can run all the time, because this APU, this battery-powered APU, doesn't like to keep that inverter going all the time. We've done the CB mounts and antennas. We've done the grill guard with its new mounts on there. We're going to do the other shelving area, like I said, over here by the toilet for the drawers and all that. And now the other stuff I just told you about. So we're slowly getting there so that this truck is more like my customized Coronado was. It's a slow process, but we're getting there. Today is, by the way, Sunday the 14th of July. Pick up or deliver tomorrow in Rothschild, Wisconsin. Early in the morning, they're going to shoot back over to Northfield, Minnesota, pick up my cereal, going back to Cheyenne again for a Tuesday afternoon. That's the quick one-day turnaround. Then I got to help my daughter move everything up to her new apartment in Casper. She's got a new job up there. I was helping her on Friday get that apartment all set. So instead of hiring a rental truck for hundreds of dollars, I'm driving empty up to Casper. Well, I'm going to Glen Rock. It's only 20 more miles to Casper. So we're going to load everything up Tuesday night, Wednesday morning in my trailer and move it up there for her to save some scratch. What do you think? Yep, then Wednesday on the 17th, pick up the lignite again, going back to Wisconsin. I don't have anything booked after that. I might need to take a day off or something. I don't know. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, we finally got around to that. I know, sorry it took so long, but I've been working my arse off, you know what I'm saying? Like you. All right, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment, share, thumbs up, all that stuff. Ring the bell for notifications so you know when the new videos come out. Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, X, Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok, usually where I put some rusty stuff and some shorts. Haven't gotten around to that lately either, but I'll get back to that as soon as I can. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Wake up, son. I'm going to be taking these Huggies and whatever cash you got. Okay. You son of a bitch! Oh, you better hurry it up now. I'm in Dutch with the wife. Yeah, you are a spaz. You know that? You're a spaz. Is there something you want? Is it a bacon strip? I think that's it. All right, Mr. Meatball, come and get it. Ooh, there you go. All right, all over it. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Loves them bacon strips. Oh, he loves them bacon strips. He'd eat all day long if we let him have them all day long. He loves them bacon strips. All right, here you go. Another one for you. Oh, yeah. Happy dog. Yep, still the diapered dog, but that's unfortunately, I think, the way he's going to have to be until the end comes. So we're just going to make him happy, give him his bacon strips, keep him diapered so I don't kill him. So we can write out his final days here in Clutch Trucker 2, right, Rusty? Happy dog look! Rusty! Look up here.